Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Kauffie Company, the only stream that you're only supposed to watch at 2 p.m. every single day. I don't understand why people are streaming at this time. It's coffee time. There's no need for this. There's no need for this nonsense. It's 2 p.m. Have no fear. Coffee is here. But we're back. We're back again. Another day in a lovely... Oh, where's my phone? It's over there. Let's not drop it. There we go. There we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is Thursday, the 30th of October. And it's actually quite temperate. It's quite a nice 13 degrees centigrade, but apparently it feels like 9. It doesn't feel like 9 in my opinion. It's quite nice. It's jumper weather. The leaves are falling. It's a marvellous day. It's a marvellous day, and it's really, really enjoyable. But we're back. We're back. 2 p.m. Your usual coffee show, and we're here to have a good chat. We're here to have a chat. It's time to put your anguish aside for an hour, and let's have a chat. Let's have a chat. I've got my coffee. I need to actually wear orange. If I'm going to have an orange cup of coffee, I've got to have orange. I'm going to have to order those soon because it's nearly Kauffie 2.0 time. I'm getting the shop on Monday. Woohoo! Yeah. 4 days away. 4 days away. And we're doing some businessman work. When I mean businessman work, I mean we're looking at tile samples. That's how you know you're getting old, is you start looking at tile samples. You're like, ooh, that's quite nice. But I've got these from today from an English company. I got these from an English company. They're called Chapietta. So they've got Spanish influence, but I got these today as a sample. They're well too expensive. They're mental money. They're £184 for a meter square. They are so expensive, but it doesn't stop me ordering a free sample. So I got these, and we'll show you a bit more. But that is a lovely tile. That is a really lovely tile. It's really, really nice. I love the colour. The quality is there. You got to give it to them. Cotton candy gloss. How lovely. How lovely. How quaint. How lovely. But without further ado, let's see who's in the chat to take us through the show. There are 20 of you so far. Thank you to everyone for joining us, for being loyal to your coffee man. But let's see who's in the house to take us through the show. We've got Mark Swift saying the most Mark Swift thing you could possibly say. Up the bum for a bit of fun. It's the most Mark Swift thing if you didn't know that Mark Swift had said this, you know. You just know. It's just Mark. This is just Swifty. This is just Swifty. It's 10 past 2 in the afternoon, Swifty. At least get a couple down you before you start doing. Oh, you could have. He might have finished work early. We have Mark Taylor's in the house. Another Mark. Good to see you, buddy. The Mark Army's strong. We have the number one Agamar in the world. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. We have Jason Bell, our first YouTube member, clocking in for the day. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. YouTube, we got Darren Johnson's good in the house. Good to see you, Darren. We have Angus is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Ian Ferguson, YouTube member. Good to see you. Good to see you. We have Tom81, YouTube member. Rumi's in the house. Saying good afternoon, Ben. Big up everyone in the chat. Yes, we're here. The shop is not 100%. We get the shell of the shop on Monday. Got the shell of the shop, and that's when we got. Basically, we're getting a builder that will just build it. We're none of this artistry. We need it built. We need that fucking shit done. We need that shit done. Get it built. Get it built. Lego kit. Get it built. But we're looking at tile samples. Like this one. How lovely is that? That is gorgeous. That is a lovely tile. It's a bit phallic looking, though. I'm just saying. It's a tiny bit phallic looking, which for someone like Mark Swift, he might like it. That's for certain. But I'm just going to say, I'm saying it as it is. I'm not hiding it. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. But it's a lovely style. Yes, if you don't have an orange jumper, you need the orange cup. I'm going to get orange cups. I'm going to get orange cups. We have Wayne Francois, 23, is in the house, saying good afternoon, boss. I'm certainly not the boss here. And all the yids in the chat, good to see you, buddy. You have good stuff, mate. Enjoy. Stew boy, good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Andrew Gregory's in the house, YouTube member. We got Binny's in the house. I'm just gonna say to you, no, not so. We've lost 3 games this year. 3 games out of 15. Not too shabby. Was last night's performance great? No. Some better patterns of play. It was funny because I think that was some of the best football we played in terms of patterns of play. Some of the football we were playing was actually really, really quite good. Some of it was really quite good. Some of the intricate diagonal passing. The problem is Richarlison is shit. He's just shit and he can't finish. The amount of shots he had, and they were just all awful. But it is what it is. Are we going to live and die by the League Cup? Losing to the holders who are a much better side than us in terms of their player quality? How many of our players get in the Newcastle team fully fit? Not many. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. How many of our midfield and our attackers get in the Newcastle team? The answer is 1. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. One of our players gets in the Newcastle team, and that's Paulinho, and he's alone. Kudus might get in their team. As well. Call it 2. Kudus might get in their team as well. But so, am I upset we got beat by Newcastle where we've got a terrible record? We've always had a terrible record at Newcastle. So, am I mad? No. Did I expect to win? I thought we were going to win the game, but they've got a much better team than us. So, let's all be nice. Looks like a leaf and a popsicle. It does. Build it, they will come. I don't know why you've got your mouth shut, Tango. We almost got beat by Tamworth last year. I think people need to be a bit more realistic about where we are as a football side. I think people need to be a bit more. I think we need to be a bit more reasonable about what we're expecting. This team finished 17th last year, and we've still got the same amount of 15 injuries. And I'm not using injuries as an excuse. Unlike the last lot. Everyone complained about injuries last year, but suddenly injuries are not a problem anymore. Injuries are not a problem. But it's so weird. I don't understand why people are so... I don't understand why they're so impatient. We did actually play well at times. It's going forward. Some of the patterns of play we played yesterday were excellent. Some of the things going, the diagonal passes, the little dummies, just Richarlison can't finish. He should have scored at least 2 yesterday. Should have scored 2. I want people to express their speak minds, but too much get along. Huh? I don't know. But it's a game of injuries. He's shocking. I'm not going to blame him for everything. There was a couple of massive clangers yesterday. And we do need a bloody striker. Yeah. It happens. We've got a really bad record at Newcastle. I'm a bit disappointed in the goals we conceded. So am I. They had better chances that they flubbed. We also had we had about 4 or 5 chances that if we had a decent striker, we would have scored. We had 4 or 5 really good chances that we just couldn't even hit the target. I mean, Richarlison, I think, hit the target 4 times, and they were all tame as. Yeah, it's Mr. Ben Giovanni, hope you're well. Did Frank watch? I think in certain aspects he's correct. Attacking wise, we looked really good. We looked really good going forward at some points of the game, but we couldn't finish. We couldn't finish, and that is why we need another striker. Injury, they have been an issue. They have been. Yeah, Richie can't hit a bang shot. Yeah, Kinski was dreadful last night. You got to say he's a young keeper. He's a young keeper. Perhaps he's not ready yet, but he's 22, isn't he? 22 it's like 16 for a goalkeeper. They play a long time. In fairness, I thought the bananas in pajamas away top was an omen. I don't like yellow kits. Personally, don't like the yellow tips. The yellow kits. Kinski, yeah, they're garbage. Richarlison is. Kinski, I'm not sold on yet. He's a scorer of great goals, but not a great goals. Who's ringing me? Hello? Hello? You're on stream. Scam caller. It happens. He's a scorer of great goals, but not a great goal scorer. Going forward, it was one of our best performances. We made some really good patterns of play last night. We just couldn't finish. It happens. 95 yellow kit. It's not for me. It's not for me. You going to the Chelsea game? Yes, I'll be going to the Chelsea game. It's not Lionel Richie. No, it isn't. He's just dreadful, isn't he? He's just dreadful. But I think the Archie Gray one, I don't understand how he got injured. Must have been a tackle in training. I don't know. It happens. But it happens, doesn't it? Do I expect more? Yes. Still very early on, isn't it? 15 games in, only 3 defeats. Angus, how many times do we need to bring up the clangers that you make? Some of the clangers you make, Angus, are unbelievable. Don't need to be, oh, I told you so. Some of the things you have said, Angus, are the worst takes. I'm my boy Matty Bad Takes makes some bad. Some of the takes you make. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as we get a decent striker and a left winger, it will be a functional team. It will be functional. It won't be perfect. There's so many, I can't remember them. There's so many. All the times you said you were going to win the league, or going to win this, or going to win that. I'm honest with my football team. When they don't have a good performance, I say they don't have a good performance. But I don't want to talk about football. I'm fucking bored of football. I need to bring up some of Angus. I need to write down all the clangers that Angus writes. He's wrote some clangers in his time in my chat. I need to go through his chat. I can go through what he said. If I could be asked, to be honest, I could go through everything Angus has ever said. The worst one you ever said was you said Aubameyang was better than Harry Kane. I can't believe you... your worst one is Aubameyang is better than Harry Kane. That's your worst one. That's the worst one you've ever done. That's just a medium, but an Angusism. That's just a medium. Clanger of the... No, he wasn't, mate. No, he wasn't. Where is Aubameyang now? He's at Marseille, isn't he? No. No. Aubameyang was never better than Harry Kane. Yeah. Just that one. That is a clanger in itself. Doesn't mean he was better than him. It just means he scored more goals. And wasn't he joint top scorer in one of those as well with Harry Kane? I can't remember. No. He was not a better player than Harry Kane. He's never been better than Harry Kane. No. It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. That's a lovely cup of coffee, by the way. Yeah. Daniel, you know Angus as well. We can all, let's all remember. Really, I should go through the chat right now. I really can't be asked because I'm not going to make this show because that's just bullying, and I don't want to bully Angus because Angus is my mate. This is your brain. Let's go through. Let's go through. Yeah. Like all the times he said Rodrigo was going to come to Arsenal when he never turned up. All the things. You've said loads of things, Angus. You've said loads of things. Ah, good. I'm watching an advert on my own stream. I'm watching an advert. Yes. But one of the things that I'm like, because I had this argument with Eugene, and Eugene also has some terrible takes. I love Eugene, but he has some woeful takes. He has some woeful takes. Like Eugene, as much as I love the geezer, he was saying he'd rather play a weakened team against Chelsea and instead of them. Like Spurs have to do one thing this year. Spurs have to finish in a decent position in the Premier League. They have to. They can't finish in the bottom half again. They can't finish in the... Spurs cannot finish in the bottom 10 this year. Spurs have to finish decently high in the league, do quite well in the cups, and just stabilise. We can't have another year where we... So I don't understand it. Dropping your best team against Chelsea when one of your biggest games of the season and play them in the Carabao. No one cares about the Carabao Cup. I would love to win the Carabao Cup. I absolutely love that tournament. But unfortunately, football is a business. Spurs are not gonna go and put all our eggs in the Carabao Cup basket, because even if we did win it, the prize money's 300 grand. That's not even a house in London. That's how much money you get from winning the Carabao Cup. It's nothing. Spurs need to finish in the Europa League positions, try and do as decently well in the Champions League as physically possible, and stabilise. Try and rebuild the squad, because this year is a rebuilding. It's not even rebuilding now. It's a full-blown build. We have to build the squad again, because the squad is shocking. It's shocking. You can see it. There was no one on the squad on the bench. Look at the players Newcastle could bring on yesterday: Gamarish, Gordon, Joel Linton, Joel Linton. I can't even name half the players. That's how much better than their squad is. If they could bring on 5-6 players that could change the game, and and they had a good team out. They've got some good players in there. We have to stabilise. There's no point winning the Carabao Cup because as much as we'd love, that's speaking as a fan, I'd love for us to win the Carabao Cup because it gives you a good day out. No, not most of them. If you're saying your backup defenders compared to our backup defenders, absolutely. Most of your backup players get in our squad. But Romero and Van der Ven are a quality partnership. They're a quality partnership. Danso is very, very good. That's for certain. But he's not at that quality. He's that step below. I really like Danso. No, just no. No, Craig. Absolutely no. We need a player or two in January. We need more than that. We need 3 players. European spot minimum. Yes. We've got to beat Chelsea. We have to try and beat Chelsea. Good to see you, my buddy. Mr. Dan Gaze. What a legend this man is. What a legend this man is. A lovely geezer. I'll always shout out this man. What a wonderful, wonderful bloke. Top man. But yes, I'm not saying we're going for the top 4. We're nowhere near top 4 in quality. I'm just being honest. If we can finish 5th or 6th, I'd be delighted. But let's see what we can do. Danso is very, very good. I really like Danso. He's a very good player. I do like him a lot. As a backup to Romero, he's quality. I think Dragu's a good defender. In a back three, Dragu's good. He's a good player. That's why Juventus liked him. He was good at Bologna as well. Just had a really bad injury. Yeah, we've got to compete. Afternoon, Ryan. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Mate. Wolves almost took Chelsea to... If Wolves can get at Chelsea, so can we. But it was a bit nervy, wasn't it, for them? Yep. We need a new starting keeper, I think. If we get a point against them, I think it's a good point against Chelsea. But I'm going to try and win that game. We should try and get 3 points out of that game. We're going to have to start putting points on the board because Man United are a different team to last season. It's amazing how much putting a brand new keeper in the team regenerates the confidence of a team. Lamens has gone in. He's been brilliant so far. He's been very, very good so far, Lamens. It caused many teams problems. They've got some good players, Chelsea, but I think their problems are at the back. So if we can keep them out and hit them on the break with players like Kudus, I think we can cause them problems as well. It's our defence is our stronger point and their attack is their stronger point. So it's going to be a very interesting game of football. It's going to be certainly a very interesting one. I think it's going to be interesting. And also for all those people that complain about Paulinho and Ben, how lost did we look without those two together in the middle of the park? Let's be honest, we looked lost without those two. We lacked solidity, we lacked aggression, we lacked that knack. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Scotland. Don't make me go back onto Scottish football again, Ryan. I had enough of Scottish football yesterday. I've had enough of Scottish football. I know it was Tuesday, wasn't it? I condemned Scottish football. Sorry, Scotland. I love Scotland. It's really funny. People are gonna. Oh no, I love Scotland. Scotland's great. Scotland's a great place. Yeah. Defensively, we're quite good. According to the statistics of the league, still very early days. But our stronger point looks like our defence, and their stronger point is their attack. So it's going to be an interesting outlook. If we can keep them out and nullify them and then hit them on the break, I think we can cause them problems. Sunderland are a good team. And so one of the things is I think not apologise, because I hate it. Oh, you've got to apologise. Where's your apology forms? Someone that needs a lot more respect on their name, and I'm going to say it, Granit Xhaka. He has been absolutely class. He has been class for Sunderland since he joined them, and he was class for Bayern Leverkusen as well. He has been absolutely brilliant for Sunderland. He's what a signing he's been for them. Yeah. Slot getting sacked? I doubt it, to be honest. I doubt it. But many things happened in football. Not anymore, though, Ian. Not anymore. Not anymore. Boom shakalaka, indeed. Chris Banks is in the house. The man that hates brown sugar on his bacon. Good to see her. Good to see her. Who would even Liverpool get as their manager? If they sacked Arne Slot, let's say they sacked Arne Slot today, who would they get? Who would they get as their manager? There aren't any managers. Who would they get? Jurgen Klopp back? Would they get Jurgen back? I think Jurgen Klopp would take the job for a season. That would be brilliant. Yes. Get Steven Gerrard. No. No. Our squad does not suit Arne Slot at all. Our squad does not suit them at all. It doesn't suit Slot at all. They tried to get Klopp, but I don't, who would live if the manager they should get? The manager they should get, and that would be terrifying. They should go to Crystal Palace and offer them the world for Oliver Glasner. They should offer them the world. Oliver Glasner as Liverpool head coach would be terrifying. That would be scary. That would be scary. Because they've got the fullbacks to play his system. Need a couple. If they get Guehi like they wanted to get Guehi, put Guehi in the Liverpool team. Iriola wouldn't be a bad shout as well. Iriola wouldn't be a bad shout. They could get a few managers. They could get a few managers. There aren't many though. Just available. Oh no, they're not going for Ange. As much as he'd like that job, I don't think he's getting that job. I don't think Ange will ever work in the league again. I don't think Ange is getting that job. As much as he thinks he's qualified for that job, I don't think he's getting that job. He could actually play. Let's give him a bit of credit. He's got the inverted fullback in Kirkes. Kirkes could play as an inverted fullback. He's not started so well, Kirkes, though. That's a manager they could go for. They could go for Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique would love that job. That's a perfect job for Luis Enrique. Wouldn't take Ange at Wolves. I highly doubt Liverpool would have him. No. Luis Enrique would be a good manager for Liverpool, but I don't think he's leaving PSG mid-season. They would have to get an interim for the season, so that you could get Jurgen Klopp to be an interim for the rest of the season, and then you could bring in Luis Enrique. But you would have to do it immediately. You'd have to do it immediately. I know you do, buddy. I know you do. But if Liverpool want him, he'll go to Liverpool. Biggest team in the country. Biggest team in the country. If Liverpool wanted him and they offer him the money, he'll go to Liverpool. Liverpool do have a pool. that no other team in the country apart from Manchester United have. That would also be very interesting. That'd be very... Pep Guardiola to Arsenal. Pep Guardiola to Arsenal. I don't think Pep Guardiola is going to another... Pep Guardiola will be the Spanish manager soon. I think they'll offer the same money. I don't think he will, to be honest, Tom. I think they've learnt their lesson for going back. I think they've learnt their lesson now. Liverpool will get Mike Bassett. 4-4 fucking 2. Yes, Mike Bassett. Mike Bassett, my man. My man. There aren't many good managers. I could see Luis Enrique going to Liverpool and then Glasgow go to Arsenal. I could see that. I could see that happening. Depends if Arteta wins the league. If Arteta wins the league this year, which is very likely, Arteta will be their manager. They'll give him... He's never leaving that football club. He'll be like a Wenger and stay there for 20 years if he wins the league. If Arteta wins the league, he's never leaving. You won't win the Champions League. You've got the defense to win the Champions League. That's for certain. But I think Arteta will put always eggs in the league this year. He'll put always eggs in that basket if he has to. And I think Arsenal could win the League Cup this year as well. A lot of the big teams going out early. I think Arsenal will go for the League Cup, and I think they'll go for the Premier League. I don't think you got them as much. You've got the defense to compete on four fronts. You've not got the team to manage on four fronts. I don't think anyone does at the moment. I don't think anyone does. That is the question. Number 42. You don't have the backup in centre midfield. If Declan Rice gets injured, I know Zubimendi's really good. Nobody can do what Declan Rice does. And Norgard isn't good enough to pick up the slack. If you lose Declan Rice, you lose your potency, which is set pieces. Because he's quite like Ødegaard has got nowhere near the ability of Declan Rice. It's really weird. If I was the Gooners, the first I would be looking at replacing Ødegaard. I'll be nowhere near as good as Declan Rice. The first thing I would do next year is I would sell Ødegaard or put him to the bench, and I would get a new number 10 in. I don't think Ødegaard's bit. I know you've got Eze, and he can play that role. He's better when he's off the left, I would say. Maybe that is the contingency plan, that they get a better left winger in, and Eze goes into the number 10 role. Possible. It's the first thing I would do. I think Ødegaard is you've strengthened everywhere. I'm not going to say weak link, because I don't think there are many weak links in that Arsenal team. But the weakest link out of the Arsenal team is Ødegaard. He's one of the weakest links of that team. He's had a good career at Arsenal, but maybe it's his leadership that's what's causing Arsenal to lack. Kepa isn't a bad goalkeeper, though, Daniel. Kepa isn't a bad goalkeeper. Realistically, goalkeepers can play almost every game. Their goalkeepers can play every game, especially the way they set up in defence. Doesn't have to do much. It's whether Mosquera and Nketiah can pick up the slack if Saliba or Gabriel get an injury or drop in performance. Because even though Nketiah is really good, there is a massive drop-off. And also from Julian Timber to Ben Shite, as they call him, There's a massive drop off from Timber to Ben White. So they're not perfect side. They've got a good squad. They've got a good squad of players. Colin Cross-Amano, good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, massive drop off. Massive drop off. So not that I think Kepa's a bad goalkeeper. I think Kepa is a good goalkeeper. He's not on that level, though, is he? He's not on that title contender. Cheers, everyone, for the coffee. His distribution is excellent. Maybe as a goalkeeper, I put Donnarumma above him, and I put Alisson above him. I would still say Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the league. Donnarumma is quality, though, isn't he? Donnarumma is he's 27. How old is Donnarumma? How old is that? He is 26. He's got miles left in him. Miles left in him. We have to stop. Yeah, we do. Good to see you, Brandon. Hopefully you're well. His distribution is very good. Yeah. Donnarumma is a top keeper. It's Alisson, Donnarumma, Raya in that order. I think Alisson is the finished article. And I think Donnarumma in a couple of years, when he hits 28, 29, he's a monster. He is a monster of a bloke. He's so... Although he's not the tallest keeper in the league, he's got width. He's not just that big. He's wide. He's big. He's a big bloke. It's one of the reasons why Vic is too scrawny for me. And I like Vic. Vic's distribution, though, is starting to really piss me off. It's starting to really annoy me. But shot stopping, Vic is up there. Vic's shot stopping. Possibly. He'll get it. I think the respect will go on the defence rather than the goalkeeper. The defence is quality. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. But in regards of Spurs, I'm not too upset we lost last night. It's nice to see patterns of play starting to form. I think yesterday was just a bit too much. It was just a bit too much to handle. Newcastle are a very good side. They are a very good side. And I love Eddie Howe as a manager. I love Eddie Howe as a manager. I think he's so good. He's a nice bloke as well, Eddie Howe. He's such a respectful, good bloke. He's just a top guy. If you lose to Eddie Howe, you know what? Fair play. I really like the geezer. He's yeah, Lamens is good, isn't he? Lamens is a good keeper. Eddie Howe would work at Liverpool. That would be a natural step up for him. So that's a good shout. I think Eddie Howe would work at Arsenal as well. I think Eddie Howe would work at Arsenal. I think Eddie Howe would work at most places. He's such a good manager. He's just a quality manager. Yeah. I would agree with that. But yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. We'll have to see where it goes. It is possible that Liverpool could sack Slot because the performances have been dreadful this year. Performances have been dreadful. And you can't lose 3-0 at home being Liverpool. Company, I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on Company. I'm very happy with Thomas Frank at this moment in time in terms of what he's done. What he's done with the squad he's got and the injuries he's inherited is a miracle. It's a miracle what he's doing with the squad he's got. He's got a very decent defense. He's got a very average. He's got a very above average goalkeeper in Vicario. He's now got a decent midfield. He's got a very decent midfield, but he's got nothing else, and he's got a ton of injuries. I like. Yeah, it's good. He's got Harry Kane. He's got Harry Kane, top first manager in the top 5 leagues to get 14 wins. He's got Harry Kane. He's got Harry Kane. If the company can replicate, yeah, he did really well with Burnley, but Burnley will never stay up in the Premier League. Yeah, he's and it's not like he's bought bad players, Dan. He's bought some good players. It's not working. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Chris. I think Howe would go to Liverpool. I think Eddie Howe would go to Liverpool if they offered him the job. I don't see why not. Tottenham. Yes, we do. We need a Dembele. We need a Moussa Dembele. It's what we need. We need someone can do the defensive duties of Paulinho, but could also. Moussa Dembele is such an underrated footballer. I loved Moussa Dembele as a player. I will wax lyrical. Like, forget my Luka Modric problems. I know you guys love my Luka Modric. I will wax lyrical about Moussa Dembele until the cows come home. What a fucking footballer. What a footballer he was. So underrated. So underrated. So underrated. Guy from Spurs CDM was so needed. Now we need a load of forwards. Yeah. You're not beating Harry Kane. As much as you're a good team, Harry Kane's going to be like a man possessed in that game. Harry Kane's going to score like 10 goals. He's going to go Super Saiyan Blue. Most managers, if given a chance, yeah, they would. Yeah, we do. We do. He's almost in that class. He would, wouldn't he? I think they would very much you know them way there, fam. You know them way there. You know them way there. Big up expressions. Harry Class A. He hasn't pocketed him before, though, Angus. He's not pocketed him before. Harry Kane's the man. Harry Kane is the man. I would move heaven and earth to bring that man back to Spurs. What a footballer. I don't think anyone can. I don't think anyone can. I hope Chelsea take Cardiff lightly. Come on, the Cardiff. Come on, the Cardiff. Harry Kane is just the man. He's so good. He's so good. But yeah, Moussa Dembele, what a guy. Moussa Dembele. I'd still. Yeah. Yeah. He's just top class. He's the best he can. He just dropped deep. He would just drop deep, let them all come out, 90-yard diagonals onto Diaz and to Elise. It's finished. He would just bypass. He's the missing link. He's just the man. That is a question, though. In a wonderful world where Harry Kane comes back to Spurs, does Maddison give up his number 10 shirt? He has to, in my opinion. He does. He does. Most goals in North London derbies. He loves scoring against Arsenal. He absolutely loves scoring against them. He's just the master. He's the master. Possibly. Possibly. But there's no place like home, is there, Angus? There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Home will make you do... He was a lovely footballer. I remember it very, very vividly. Moussa Dembele versus Juventus. Moussa Dembele versus Juventus. Away from home. My God, was he good. Wasn't he just... It probably even wasn't at his best game, but he was marvellous. He was marvellous. Kane isn't coming back. If he does, Maddison will likely have retired due to injuries. I think Madders will get through it, to be honest. I think Madders will be back. This one's a particularly bad one. He won't be the same player. But if Kane comes back, give him his number 10 shirt. Omri did go back home. I'd love to see Kane go to Barcelona. I just don't see them having the money. Everyone's seeing Lamine Yamal is now charging people for autographs. What a wanker. Such a good... who is advising Lamine? The person who's advising Lamine Yamal needs to be sacked. So they're making him look like such a wanker. Imagine charging kids for autographs. That is just a disgrace. Yeah. Bring back Kane. Yeah, he would have. If he was fit. It's whoever is advising Lamine Yamal needs to be fired. If it's his dad, he needs to be fired. Like someone is not. He is going to ruin his career if he continues to keep on getting managed like this. He's going to ruin his career. He's going to absolutely destroy his career. And that kid should be Messi, Ronaldo level. He's just a freak. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Okay, needs to come home, I believe. Charging kids. Welcome to America. Yes, indeed. Can see Kane in a Madrid shirt. Dump that shitty red. I could see him in a Madrid shirt. But he's too old for them, isn't he? They won't go for a player that's that old. Kamada at Palace. I like I can never remember the French geezer at Palace who's doing Mateta. Mateta's good as well. And he needs to sack them. He needs to sack his parents. Whoever is advising him needs to be sacked. I've said it about 17 times now. It will be a travesty to football if he's not allowed to reach the levels he's supposed to hit because he's been managed poorly. Basically, Lamine Yamal needs Sonny's dad to manage him. No girlfriends until 30. No girlfriends. No, he's got to be humble. Got to be humble. Yeah, he's going to be... If he's going to burn up like this, he's going to... Oh, for sure. But he's not saying he is. He's saying if he continues to get managed by this, he's gonna burn out like a supernova. No, it doesn't, does it? He doesn't, does it? Yamal is levels above most people in the world at 16. He's levels. But if he like who's letting no girlfriends after 30? Doesn't need it. Why is he dating a woman that's I think she's like 10 years his age, or 7 to 10 years his age. Yeah, it's silly. It's silly. Look what happened to Lewis Hamilton. No, different sport. Different. I think she's 27. I believe she's 27. Still not okay. He's 16, for God's... Or is he 17? One of the two. Either way. It's a bit immoral, isn't it? It's a bit immoral. Completely lost my train of thought then. Yamal was 18. Is he 18? Okay. They'll ruin him. They will ruin him. Oh, yeah, Lewis Hamilton. Remember how that slump in his career after Nicole dumped him? He had a slump. Lewis Hamilton should be he should be miles clear of Michael Schumacher. But he had that massive slump in the middle. When he was the last few years of McLaren, he had a massive slump. Mostly because of the team, of course. But he wasn't right in his personal life either. It's going okay, Colin. Hopefully I can get through it. I'm going to try and stink the place out. I'm going to fool Jose Mourinho the driving test, I think. I need to get insured on one of our cars just to get a bit of practice in. I've got another lesson soon. How is Schumacher? I don't know how Schumacher is. Nobody knows. No one knows how he is. It's a very closely kept secret. I feel really bad for him. Why is that? The family have asked it to be kept quiet. Lewis Hamilton should have 10 world titles. He should be undisputed as the greatest. He should be. But he had that slump in his career. And maybe going to Ferrari, maybe at this stage in his career, Hamilton should have gone to a Red Bull with a good car. Mercedes don't have that great a car at the moment. Going back to McLaren, he probably should have thought about McLaren have a great car. Yeah, Hamilton should be miles clear of anyone. Because I see Red Bull falling off now that Christian Horner has left. But saying that, if Christian Horner goes to Ferrari, he's going to turn them into a beast. Whatever you think of Christian Horner, he's a very good team principal. He's a very, very good team principal. Okay, still too old for him. Depends. Adrian, yeah. Adrian Newey is a genius. I just don't think he's going to do the business at Aston Martin though, Ryan. He's not going to do the business because let's face it, everyone. Lance Stroll is shit. I don't know how he's still in that way. His dad owns the Formula One team. That's why he's still got it. He is shit. He's terrible. And I apologise to all the Lance Stroll fans. I'm sure he's a very, very nice bloke. What a terrible driver he is. Good to see you, Kate. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you. Yeah, Adrian Newey is the best. Gary Beck's good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Big changes next season. No, he didn't. Yeah, doesn't mean it's a good idea, Angus. He's better in the wet. That's for certain. He's better in the wet. But he's crap. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, great. Yes. Yes. That is exactly right, Gary. If you've got a family that cares about your well-being, yes, you say no. Oh, yes. Much better. Smaller cars. Make them all drive Mini Coopers. Make them all drive Mini Coopers, the original Mini Coopers. That would be much more interesting. No DRS will be a good thing. But we'll have to see. Brilliant. Yes, indeed, Daniel. Totally right. If Yamal cares about his career, he would spend more time putting them in the back of the net rather than the girls he's putting in his bedroom. They are. Got to go back to basics. Loud V12, manual gearbox. That's what we need. None of this paddle shifty nonsense. We need manual gearboxes and loud V12s. Bring it back. Formula One cars should be so loud. You've got. Bring back V12s. V12s. We want V12s. More cylinders, the better. I like V12s. They're great. Or they should do. You know what would be very interesting? Let teams pick whatever engines they want. If they think the V6 is best, choose a V6, V8s, V12s. Give them a choice. Nah, that's a Le Mans thing. That's not a Formula One thing. That's a Le Mans thing. If you want loud, you got to go and drag race. Yeah, they are. V10s are good sounding as well. V10s have gone. Yeah, ask an opinion. As long as it's not political. We don't do politics here. Or at least we try not to. As long as it's not politics, we will answer an opinion. Yes. Dick Dastardly. Yes. I would be Dick Dastardly. I want my Muttley. I'd be at the back of the track, just blowing everyone up. Yes. I want to be Dick Dastardly. I would do that. Encourage overtaking. Like NASCAR. NASCAR's fun. IndyCar's good as well. I would start watching again if it was wacky races. Big up. Yes. Wacky races. Max Verstappen would be Dick Dastardly, wouldn't he? Max Verstappen would be Dick Dastardly because he just crashes into everyone. I said someone who goes Spurs or buys from the official store is a supporter. Someone that does neither is a fan. What's your thoughts? The thing is, Gary, they're one and the same thing. Because even if you're watching on the TV, you're still supporting the club. Because when you watch the TV, there's going to be TV revenue going to the club. At the end of the day, I think everyone should be able to support their club however they want to. But yeah, it's however you want to support it. I've been a season ticket holder for the majority of my life now. I don't get the chance really to go to away games. Because it's just so much to do. My dad's so busy. I'd love to do a few after my driving test. I will start booking a few away games if Mickey allows me to go, because she's in charge, of course, as you all know. But yeah, I think they're one and the same thing, Gary. I think they're one and the same thing. Because some people can't ever go to a game because they live on the other side of the world. I don't think that makes them any less a supporter than someone that goes every week. Personally, but it is what it is. Everyone needs to support the club the way they see fit. The great thing about NASCAR is if you ain't cheating, you ain't. Yes. Yes. Mickey wouldn't want to be Penelope Pitstop. She doesn't like the color pink. Apart from when she steals my Inter Miami t-shirt, which I will never get back. I love that t-shirt, and I'm never going to get it back. Yes, Lando Norris is Peter Perfect. Yes. Yes, he is. He is. Yes, he is. Christian Horner is married to Penelope Pitstop. People should just be out. Yes, that's me and Daigle. Absolutely. I'll go to any away games as long as I can get there and back in a day. And I don't have. If I can get there and back in a day. Wishes don't help. Nice thoughts don't help. Direct money into coffers does. But they can buy from the club store from the other side of the world instead of DH Gate. Football shirts are too expensive, Gary. They're too expensive. If they want more people to buy them, they've got to make them reasonable. That's the reason people are using. That's the reason DH Gate and what is it called? Soccer 08, I believe it is, and all these. The one that sponsors Sava, big up Sava. OK Jersey, the one that sponsors Sava. The reason these inauthentic shirt companies are propping up is because football shirts are too expensive. They're asking too much money from people. They're too much money. They're too expensive. It's not my favourite, personally. It's not my favourite. It doesn't impact transfers, but it helps the club. It certainly helps the club. If they want to kill, it's the same thing about dodgy fire sticks. Everyone's complaining in the TV industry about dodgy fire sticks. If they want dodgy fire sticks to go, charge a reasonable value for the TV. They're asking too much money. They're asking too much money. If you're watching the game legally, you're helping. Because in a way, I'm not saying it because I love my international fans. You could say the same thing with people across the world that watch the Kauffie Company. They can't support apart from watching. They can't support the Kauffie Company because they can't buy coffee from the other side of the world. They could buy my t-shirts from Redbubble, which I get a small commission for selling my t-shirts. But everyone's a supporter of the Kauffie Company. If you watch the Kauffie Company and want it to do well, you are a supporter of it. If they want dodgy fire sticks to go, charge a reasonable value. Sky is like £200 a month. Something like that. Idiot, 120 to £200 a month for Sky TV. If it was 15, more people would buy it. Less is more, in my opinion. But subscribing doesn't give you any money, Gary. Subscribers means nothing. Doesn't mean anything. Subscribers helps more people tune in, but it doesn't pay you any money. Viewers you get more money. The YouTube subscribers does nothing. It just gives you a bit of a status. If you've got 1 million subscribers, you get a play button, and then you get a reward saying you've reached 1 million subscribers. It doesn't actually help you. If you can have 1 million subscribers but make no money, having the amount of subscribers you have contributes nothing to how much money you make from YouTube. Watch hours, adverts, and likes help as well. Likes do help. Likes do help, but they only help it push it to more people. It's kickstarts the algorithm. But what supporting is more views, more watch hours. So if some people, what they like to do is they like to bounce off. YouTube. YouTube is trying to be like Twitch, where people watch multiple people at the same time and they bounce between creators. That really doesn't help. If you want to support someone's stream, if you want to support stream, you've got to watch for longer, because then that ups your watch hours, which means it tells YouTube that, oh, loads of people are watching for longer, so we'll put more adverts in, because they've got a higher watch hours, which then contributes to more money. I believe that's the way it works. Subscribing only tells more people that you're live. It doesn't actually generate any money. Get a taxi off Lubo for away games. Imagine the stories. Big up. Big up, Lubo. Then you have to listen to Alan Smith. No, subscribe. I don't know. Subscribe should be the word for the membership, because then you've got a subscription. It's not really a subscription. You just are interested. You're sort of want to be notified about what's happening. Because he does. Hello, Yam. Hello. Yeah, the amount of subscribers you have, it's all about watch hours and how many people like. Yeah, exactly. Follow might be a better. Yeah, follow might be follow is Google is yeah, it is. Twitch isn't much better, to be honest. Twitch has some problems. I'm not going to talk about the drama when it comes to Twitch TV, because it's not my platform. I'm not a partner with Twitch. If they wish to pay me to join the platform, they've got their own issues. They've got their own issues over there. Well, it's one of the things, Gary. I have always been taught to have a wide. I can talk about anything. Except, I'm one of these people that believes every day you should learn something. You should try and learn something every day, because forget anything you can have to make you feel better. Feeling that you've learned something and accomplished something is such a positive boost, isn't it? When you've learned something and you feel your vocabulary and your mindset expand, it's such a wonderful moment. It's such a boost of positivity that goes through your soul. So I love learning about stuff, but I've got interests in so many different things. I can talk about coffee. I can talk about football. I can talk about cars. I can talk about cartoons. I can talk about movies. I can talk about music. I can talk about design. I love design. But just sports in general. I'm interested in a wide variety of things. I'm not. One of the things I did when I started this channel was I didn't want to nail myself down to only talking about football. I didn't want to nail myself down to only talking about one thing. I love tangents. I love talking about one thing and then sailing off into a wild tangent. YouTube doesn't like that, but I do. Follow is a good word. Yeah, it's a weird word. Wider viewer, yeah, because you can see everything. You can see everything, and then you can put different bits of things together that work. I don't feel you say anything to get hits. Well, it's not me. I don't like lying. I've been conditioned to hate lying, mostly because I used to be a massive. It's more like when I was in secondary school, I used to lie to get out of doing homework a lot, and I then got a Spanish teacher, Miss Rodriguez. Big up, Miss Rodriguez. I don't know where she is. But she used to detention. Like, and I never used to get, but she used to. But she then. I hate lying now. I can't lie. I'm physically incapable of it. I'm so bad at it. My grift is I'm good at making coffee. That's what I'm good at. And when I eventually get the store, there will be less YouTube streams. And I've been very honest with you guys. If I've got a successful coffee shop, I won't be streaming anymore because I'll be working. And that's not a way out because I love doing this. For me, this is just just being able to talk with everyone and having a wider conversation with every single person I can. I'm honest. I'm very honest about what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a successful coffee business. It's not worked so far because we haven't had the tools. But once we have the tools to get it to work, once we've got the tools to make it work, we're going to make it work. There's something I'm very good at, and that's making coffee. I'm very good at it. And I'll back my ability. Of course, there are people that are miles better than me. That's the reason why the World Championships are a thing. I'd be a terrible poker player. Used to be, not anymore. No, grift. It's both. It's a bit. Everyone has to have a grift. That's what. But I wouldn't call myself a grafter. My grafting is up here because I have a brain my brain moves too quickly, and it's a real problem because sometimes it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming when my brain moves too quickly. It's overwhelming, and it's a real problem. But we're hoping it works, and we want the coffee shop to work, and we want the coffee company to work. So I think I can turn this into a really, really solid business, and that's what we're trying to do. But I'm going to be honest. I'm honest. I'm very, very honest about what I think. And when I get it wrong, I will put my hands up and say I got it wrong. That's just me. That's the way I've been taught. My main issue, before we end the stream, my main issue is I'm too nice. That's my problem, and that's going to make me suffer. I'm very easy to manipulate because I think the best in people. And it's a real problem. It's a real problem. And I'm saying it because I don't want people to get hurt. I hate it when people get hurt. People take advantage of my good nature. They take advantage of it. And it's a real problem. But as I get older and uglier, I'll learn the tricks of the trade and I'll stop people from trying to abuse my better nature. But on that note, everyone, we're 16 minutes over the clock. And you know that because everyone's starting to leave because they're bored. They're bored. Love you too, Aki. Love you too, Aki. And you know, people are tuning out because I don't want to listen to what the fuck this guy's saying anymore. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. We will be back tomorrow for another Tottenham on Tour show with Mr. Brian Daigle, who's in the chat. And we'll have another lovely chat about something. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Oh, no, I will actively say I'm using clickbait. I'm obvious. I'm so open about it. For me, it's a laugh. It's hilarious. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, if you smell what the Kauff is brewing, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore.